What is up, everyone? Welcome to another video, boys. Today we're talking about the developer update, about the upcoming season and what's happening there. For instance, there's just a lot of changes to the gameplay and to the ranking system. So let's start off with the ranking system. So when you reach like rank 60, let's say, you thought that it was very bad, or well, I thought it. I reached 60 and I thought I was a normal guy, the average person. But it turns out that you're actually the top 6% of players. Now I know that Master Overwatch and Overwatch tracking doesn't say the same. They say around 16%, but you have to understand that these are the accounts that have registered at those sites. So you compare to other people that have registered, not every single Overwatch player. What they've done to improve this so that you understand how good or well you're playing, they've introduced a new scaling system, which is instead of 1 to 100, they have 1 to 5,000 with 7 different tiers. These tiers being bronze, silver, gold, diamond, grandmaster and master, master and grandmaster, and then there's the 7th one, but that one is still unknown. Some would argue that it would be platinum, like in League of Legends, for instance, but we can't confirm anything yet. And basically, so you get your tiers, and if you get into gold tier, you cannot drop below gold. It keeps your highest tier that you've reached. However, it's gonna state how well you're playing at that time. So let's say you've reached gold once, but you're now at rank 1900, which is at silver. Then they're gonna say that, yeah, well, he plays like a silver player right now, but he's capable of playing like a gold player. What they've also done is that they've improved the way the ranking up system works, where since there are 5,000 ranks right now, you never gain half of a rank or lose half of a rank. Now it's whole numbers, no matter how good or bad you've done, only for every match, which is, pretty good, but this might change in the future. We'll have to wait and see. But let's say you win a match, you'll gain 1. You lose a match, you lose 1. And now, what they have also done is that they've added, they've multiplied every competitive points by 10, so that you get now 10 competitive points for winning, none for losing, and the gold weapons cost 3,000 competitive points, which is also more, but you also gain more. And all the competitive points which you have banked, don't worry, they'll also get multiplied by 10. So everything basically gets multiplied by 10, and that's because they're introducing a new system. So the system is, let's go on to the gameplay first. So what they've done in the gameplay is a huge thing, the best thing in the world. They've removed coin toss, boys. They've removed the curse. That shit, it's gone. I love this shit. Okay, so the coin toss is gone, which is amazing. And what they've done instead is they've made everything more time-based with the time banking system, where let's say you capture certain points much faster than the other team, well, they have a second shot or a third potentially, depending on how fast they do, and you also get your shots. And at the end of the game, they look at who has the most time, who had the most time left. The ones that did are the winners. The ones that had less, are the losers. And let's see if both had 0 time, which is like the only way of getting ties, then there's a tie, and you get 5 points instead of 10 for winning, and instead of 0 for losing, because you're just there in between, which is very good and a very good solution according to me, because it doesn't make you feel like it was a waste of time, but it also doesn't feel like you've accomplished something because you really haven't won. So what they've also changed now in the assault modes, as in Hanamura and Volcano Industries, is that instead of getting 2 minutes if you capture the second point with having less than 2 minutes left, you can only get up to 1 minute extra time. So let's say you capture this B point on Volcano Industry and you have 30 seconds left, then you'll get bumped up to 1 minute. But the other team will also get extra 30 seconds even though they had more than 1 minute, because if you're gonna get 30 seconds, then so should the other team. That's only fair, and I agree with that. Now, I know that 1 minute is a very little time to capture both points, which is why they give you 30 extra seconds when you've actually captured the first point. So theoretically, these games could even be longer than 2 minutes, because the overtime of 2 points, not just one, two, and all of that. The extra 30 seconds is there to, remove the awkward moment where you capture the first point and then you have exactly 0 seconds left to capture the second one. And I agree with it. So what they've also done now, though, is they've put a limit to how big the difference between you and your friends can be in competitive mode for you to play. So let's say your friends are 500 ranks below you, then he is on the edge of not being able to play with you, or above you, you're on the edge then, because the maximum difference is 500 competitive rank from each other, meaning that if your friend is on like 2000 and you're on 2502, well, then you can no longer play with your friend. Seriously, 500 is roughly a whole tier. Sometimes it is even a whole tier. All tiers are not equally long and such, but that's a huge difference. People at lower tiers are not expected to play, effectively against players that are at much higher, at a whole tier higher than them. The higher tier will just dominate the person. The person who joins the higher tier will just, get destroyed, not have a good game. It will destroy for your team and make it much harder to win. It's a very good way of making sure that this doesn't happen, because this is so unfair on the players that just want to go in, win a game, or play competitively and have a chance, have a fair fight. And it's not easy to have a fair fight when you have two players at the end of the spectrums playing with each other, where one player is like the professional player in esports and all of that, and the other player is just a newcomer to Overwatch. I mean, sure, that one has a potential of becoming very good, but until that person becomes better, they should not play with each other in competitive. There's quick play, you could play with your friends, there's no problem with that. Competitive, no. Custom games are there as well, and there are also these events that are happening here and there, with every weekly events, and sometimes now and during the summer there's Lucio Ball and all of that, which is a good way of spending time with your friends without getting frustrated or at your friends, because competitive can be a very frustrating game, especially when your teammates are not performing as well as they should on that tier. And yeah, that's just the way it is. Anyhow, that was all for the update. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you have any comments below, just put them in the comment section if you want. Dislike the video if you disliked it. Like the video if you liked it, and please share your thoughts if you have some. I mean, I think this was a very good update, and the break is gonna be longer because of that. But yeah, well, everyone knows that. But everyone doesn't agree with what Blizzard is doing. I am, but you might not. Tell me what you would think is a better solution then. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed your stay. I hope you enjoyed the way I make this video. I don't know. If you don't, please leave feedback. Bye.